Manchester United continue this season's Europa League campaign on Thursday against Fenerbahce and Jose Mourinho. The team travels to Istanbul on Wednesday afternoon, ahead of the Europa League clash with Fenerbahce at the Sukru Saracoglu Stadium the following day. After drawing the opening two games of the league phase against FC Twente and FC Porto, now Erik Ten Hag leads his newly filled with confidence team to Turkey to face a man familiar with the club. Jose Mourinho awaits Ten Hag in a game which sees the former United manager under pressure of his own in need of a win. Manchester United have not historically been too successful when facing off away from home against a Mourinho-managed team, but Ten Hag needs to change this and build on Saturday's win over Brentford. Erik Ten Hag and a player will appear for the pre-match press conference at the team hotel after landing in the evening, but before all that, United will hold a final session at Carrington to prepare for our third fixture in this season's competition. Manchester United will be without suspended skipper Bruno Fernandes for the Europa League tie at Fenerbahce. Our captain was sent off for 2 yellow cards in the entertaining 3-3 draw at FC Porto last time out in the competition and serves a 1-game ban. Bruno's absence opens up the question as to who will replace him in the number 10 role, as Erik Ten Hag considers his options for Thursday's kickoff. There are existing issues to contend with in midfield as Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount, Toby Collier and Dan Gore were all unavailable for the victory over Brentford. However, Man Utd came off the bench at the weekend and hopefully Casemiro will be okay after appearing to pick up a knock in the closing stages of the 2-1 victory. Youngster Jack Fletcher was part of the matchday squad for the first time on Saturday. United were also without defenders Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Tyrell Malaysia and Leny Yoro, but Nisa Mazraoui proved his fitness after being another of the substitutes to see some action in the closing stages against the Bees, replacing Alejandro Garnacho. Harry Maguire, Kobbie Mainoo and Leny Yoro are still injured. Could any of these players return for the trip to Turkey? Wednesday's training session will provide a major clue, so make sure you tune in. Exciting news for Manchester United fans, Leny Yoro has hit a big milestone in his recovery after that foot surgery over the summer. How do you feel about seeing him back on the grass at Carrington? Honestly, it's great to see. We've all been waiting for him to get back. The injury during the pre-season tour was such bad luck, especially after some solid performances against Rangers and Arsenal. He's been working hard on his rehab. Just this week, he posted a video of himself running on the treadmill. Erik Ten Hag even said Yoro's in the right spot with his fitness. What do you think about his chances when he's fully fit? Yeah, I think he's got massive potential. Coming from Lille in the summer, he showed promise right away. He's only 18, but the way he's handling his recovery shows his maturity. I'm excited to see him in action, though I know it'll take some time. He's not quite ready for a competitive debut just yet, but the fact that he's back running and doing gym work is a positive step. Do you think he could make an impact later in the season? I hope so. Our defense has had its shaky moments, so having another young, talented option would be a huge boost. Even though his debut isn't coming anytime soon, it's just good to know he's progressing. United's focus right now is on Thursday's Europa League game against Fenerbahce, but it's definitely encouraging to know Yoro is getting closer to full fitness. Hopefully we'll see more of him soon. It's one to keep an eye on. And speaking of keeping up, I'll definitely be checking out the training sessions at Carrington this week. Can't wait to see how the squad's shaping up. Now, ahead of team news on Wednesday, there have been some youngsters pictured in training with Sekou Kone among them. Malian wonder kid Kone was signed on deadline day from FC Gaidas as United beat out interest from several top European clubs for the talented midfielder. At 18, he is one for the future, but the club are confident that he can be fast-tracked and make an impact this season. Now, it seems Ten Hag has been having a closer look at him, with midfield options slim after Kobbie Mainoo's injury. Kone has been pictured in senior training with the United first team in preparation for the trip to Istanbul, donning his very own squad number of 42. Having not yet made his debut at any level for United, already Kone has impressed Ten Hag with his senior debut already being eyed. Perhaps it could come for him this week. Kone was not alone in his inclusion in training, with several of the most exciting Carrington talents also being put through their paces and no doubt evaluated as they bid to feature and possibly be the latest United Academy graduate. Amira Bragrabov, Ethan Wheatley, Harriet Mass, Habib Ogane, Ruben Curley, Sam Mather and Ethan Ennis were all spotted in training as United are set to be without Bruno Fernandes and Mainu. Of the 7 included, it was reported that a handful could actually be included in the squad to travel to Turkey, with the others likely to be part of the Under-19 UEFA Youth League game on Wednesday against Zalgiris. Kone is not likely to make his senior debut this week, although we would imagine he will play in the Youth League instead, unless he has blown Ten Hag away and earned himself a debut against Mourinho. Jose Mourinho's side conceded a late equaliser to draw 2-2 at Samsunspor at the weekend in the Turkish Super League. Former Newcastle United winger Alan Saint-Maximin scored one of the goals, while former Reds Fred and Sofiane Amrabat are expected to feature for the home side on Thursday. Veteran Edin Dzeko could lead the line, although Youssef Nasiri, who helped knock us out of this competition with Sevilla in 2023, is also an option. Dutch defender Jayden Oosterwolde has sustained an injury, and Mourinho commented after Jayden got injured, "We had to make some changes that we didn't want. Alexander Diku had to move to a different position. We put Samit Akadim into the game. Since we had no more substitutions, I couldn't put Mert Hakanyandas into the game. Irfan Kanegrabayat, Bright Isai Samuel, Kagla Soyuncu and Ismail Yüksek could be sidelined." United are seeking a first European win of 2024-25, following the 1-1 draw with FC Twente at Old Trafford and a dramatic 3-3 played out in Porto 3 weeks ago. We would overtake the Turkish side in the table with a victory, as they have beaten Union St. Gilloise and drawn with Twente in their 2 encounters so far. Stay tuned for more training updates. It's all looking positive for the Reds right now.